Be so kind to take your seats. We'll begin the lecture shortly. Welcome. My name is Amanda Kruger. I'm the event coordinator at the University YMCA, and welcome to our first Fall 2010 Friday Forum series of today. The series is entitled De-Reconstructing the American Dream, and today our lecture is titled Access and Advocacy, Can Unions Save Higher Education? With our gracious speaker, Cary Nelson. Before introducing the head table, I would like to inform you of the following announcements. Next week, we will begin our first lecture in our Know Your University series on Tuesday, September 21st at noon. Our guest is Director of Krannert Center for the Performing Arts, Mike Ross, and he will be reviewing the 2010-11 Krannert series of performers, as well as the ways the Performing Arts Center is connecting fine arts education in the community. Also, the University YMCA is happy to announce a new program, Art at the Y. The art opening will take place Thursday, September 23rd from 5 to 7, with opening remarks at 5:30. The series is entitled The Other Pakistan and features 30 photographs of 13 members of the Pakistan Photographers Group. The showcase will reflect the rich texture, beauty, and dignity of everyday life in Pakistan. We hope you're able to join us. We would like to thank our series co-sponsors for financially supporting this program. A list of these campus and community organizations are found on our series postcard, and thank you for your consistent support. Sign language interpreters are available for any speakers in the series if the YMCA is contacted before 3 p.m. on the Tuesday prior to the Friday lecture. If you have any questions, please contact our front desk. Friday Forum is rebroadcast on WEFT 90.1 Community Radio on Mondays from 6 to 7. For this reason, we ask that if you have questions and comments, to speak clearly into the microphone, and if you would like to order an audio or visual copy of today's talk, please contact the Y. After the presentation, we will begin our question and answer period using the remote microphone to field questions. Please wait to ask your questions until you have been given the microphone because of the radio rebroadcast. If you need to leave during this presentation, please feel free to discreetly slip out. At this time, I would like to introduce our head table guests. Kostas Yafantis. He's the Vice Chair of the Council of Academic Professionals and serves as an academic professional at the Campus Information Technologies and Educational Services. Amy Livingston is a staff organizer at the Graduate Employee Organization. And Emily Love is an outreach librarian for multicultural services at the Undergraduate Library and assistant professor of library administration. Now I'd like to introduce our guest speaker. Since the fall of 1970, Cary Nelson has taught modern poetry and literature theory at the University of Illinois at Urbana-Champaign, where he is a Jubilee Professor of Liberal Arts and Sciences and Professor of English. Beyond his teaching commitments, he collaborates with the library's Rare Book and Special Collections Department. Nelson is known as a commentator on higher education and activist working hard to reform it. He was active in the effort to unionize the Champaign-Urbana faculty in the 1970s and in the drive to recognize a graduate employee union 20 years later. His involvements are vast, but to name a few, he co-authored a number of reform proposals, including a major project to document salaries for contingent faculty in English and foreign languages. For the last 10 years, he has served on the National Council of the American Association of University Professors, the past 6 as second vice president. He co-authored the association's Red Book statements on graduate students and on academic professionals. He edited the first comprehensive anthology of modern American poetry for Oxford University Press, at the same time addressing contemporary topics like political correctness, hate speech regulations, sexual harassment, academic unionization, and the financial crisis in higher education. He authored or edited 25 books. His latest is No University is an Island, Saving Academic Freedom, published by New York University Press in 2010. He took office as the 49th president of the American Association of University Professors in June 2006 and was re-elected in 2010. Please join me in welcoming Cary Nelson. We'll be switching microphones. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you all for coming out today. I'm going to do several things. I thought the first thing I should do, given that I'm going to begin by talking about collective bargaining, and since the building is under construction, I had asked that we could issue hard hats to all the members of the audience, and then you really would be ready for unionization. But the Y didn't have them available, so you're just going to have to take your chances while we're here. Yeah, maybe this thing will. Is this better? Okay, thanks. I'm going to begin by talking a bit about collective bargaining, and then I'm going to segue into a kind of general overview of the state of public higher education. And I will try to tell you that it's a little worse than you think it is, if that's believable, but perhaps it will be by the end of the talk. The American Association of University Professors and the AFT are in the process of starting a collective bargaining campaign for faculty members at the U of I Chicago. It hasn't been officially announced yet, but I expect that sometime in October it will be announced. There's actually a website already up and running giving details about it. It's a joint campaign, so the aim would be that the AAUP and the AFT, or American Federation of Teachers, would, if the campaign succeeds, represent the faculty jointly.